Hey everyone, it's Tremia, and I am going to do a tag, and it's the 25 things you don't know about me. And I don't know if there's 25 things here. Me, Dwayne, and Sheldon, we sat down one night and we just thought up some things. So I want to try to go through this as quickly as possible so we don't have like a 5-hour vlog. Okay, my favorite meal. When I was growing up, my favorite meal was ham. Like a good roasted ham, I guess is what you would call it. A real good ham, not like lunch meat ham. Ham, mashed potatoes and brown gravy, and corn. I love that. I could eat that every single day of my life. Now, my favorite meal, Dwayne says, is filet mignon and crab. And I really don't know if whatever I want to eat that night is my favorite meal. So I can tell you what I don't like, and that's like Persian food, like curries and all that. No, anything else I can give it a go. When I was little, when I grew up, I wanted to be a cosmetologist. I wanted to cut hair. That was at one point. At another point, I wanted to be in journalism because my father, he was the editor of our daily newspaper for 25 years. So I grew up around that, around the newspaper business. And so that was just always a part of me. I wanted to do that, and I always, what interests me the most and what I get lost in is my artwork, but I'm just now figuring out how you can do that and make a living from it, so that's, and at one point I wanted to be a nurse or a doctor, and when I went to college, that's all my major was pre-med to begin with, and then I changed and went into art. So I'm just all over the place, just anything. I still haven't figured it out, and I'm 44. Okay, one thing is the bed has to be made every day, and I get up like at 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning, and the first thing I do is make up the bed. Even if I'm going to turn around and get right back on it because I'm not through sleeping and or I need to nap longer, that bed's got to be made at that point. I can't get back underneath the covers. I would not be able to go to sleep. I have to get up, make up the bed, and get back on it and cover myself up with a throw. But I don't know, that's just kind of weird, isn't it? But that's how it is. My biggest pet peeve is leaving the house and forgetting something and having to turn around and come back and get it. If I can, 99% of the time, if I can say we don't have to, just forget about it, I'd rather just forget about it and have to go back out another time. But I hate having to go back and go back and go back the same way. That just is the biggest pet peeve. I've had braces twice in my life. I had them when I was 12 years old, and I had them, I guess, when I was like 33. I got my second set of braces when Sheldon had his braces. So we had braces at the same time. But because I have this gap, I have too much room in my mouth, and my mom loves it because she can tell me I have a big mouth. But for the size of my teeth, I have too much room, and so therefore they have to push all my teeth back forward. And this last year with the stem cell transplant, I wasn't able to wear my retainers as much, so the gap is back. But I'm working on with my orthodontist just getting my retainers tightened slowly and getting the gap gone, because I'm not going through braces again. It ain't happening. I've lived in Hawaii. I was born and raised, and I've grew up in Oklahoma, and I've lived here all of my life except for the time that Sheldon and we lived in Hawaii. We were on the island of Oahu. We lived on the North Shore in, was it Waialua? I think Waialua, which is close to Haleiwa. And we were poor. It was a military thing, and the military didn't make enough money. I wasn't in the military, but we didn't have enough money to eat. And, you know, it was a hard time. I'd love to go back to Hawaii and take Sheldon back and just enjoy ourselves and have fun. It was nice because we lived right on the beach. Our condo is right there on the beach. In the morning, Sheldon and I would go out to the swimming pool and we'd swim. And I'd take him in at lunchtime, feed him, put him down for a nap. And in the afternoon, we'd go out and spend it on the beach. And he's like 1.5. And he could see the little bitty sand crabs, and he'd just chase them around, and his little footprints were all over in the sand. It was a good time. It was a good time, and it was a bad time of our life. But, you know, I look at the good memories. Me and Sheldon, we had fun. I'm allergic to eggs and bananas. If I try to eat one of those, or eggs, like in cake and bread and stuff, you know, that doesn't bother my stomach. But if I sat down and ate scrambled eggs, or had like eggs and fried rice, or something that's more majority of an egg, or a banana, it takes me directly to the emergency room, and not a good thing. I'm the baby of the family. I have 3 older brothers. Ty, Tommy, and Tracy. And I have 3 older brothers. My one brother, actually Tommy, today's the 9th. On the 7th, October 7th of 2000, he passed away in a car accident. So this week is a hard week for my family. And they say time makes things easier. But a day doesn't go by that I don't want to say, hey, Tommy, or pick up the phone and call him or something, and it's 12 years later, you know? So, okay. I'm Native American. My dad is Cheyenne, Indian, and my mom's Caucasian, so I'm half and half. And, you know, we grew up, we went to some powwows, we participated in the culture, and still, I'm a member of the tribe. My whole family is, except my mom, we're all members of the tribe, and, we're Native Americans. Favorite movie is 16 Candles. Came out when I was 16, and when you're 16, it's just kind of neat. And, it's a good movie, and is hilarious, and I can watch it over and over and over and see different funny little things that I'd never seen before, and I just laugh every single time. I like making word lists, and let me see if I can, and what I mean is like this. Oh, I don't know if you can see it. It's words, but they're pronounced the same way, but spelt differently and mean different things. I have this one list that's ongoing on my phone, and it's just different words. Like dude, D-O, do, D-U-E, do, D-E-W, just spelled different ways, and I don't know, it's just interesting to me, the different things, the different way, the different words and different sounds and everything. I'm a watercolorist, but you guys already know that. There's guys probably tired of seeing those over there on the wall. I need to get some new paintings done. Let's see. My very first car was a Triumph TR7, and I'll try to find a picture of one and put it in here. I need to hurry up. In high school, I played tennis, and I was on the high school tennis team. Amy and I, we were on the #1 doubles, and we went to state, and we didn't even make it through the first. We made it to the. Didn't even make it through the first round, but it was the time of our lives. We had fun. I don't like to talk on the telephone. I do not like to talk on the telephone. Ask my friends, ask anybody. You guys know it's like pulling a tooth to get me to talk on the telephone. I want to travel the USA by RV. Always wanted to do that. I'd like to go like to the national parks and stuff. I want to do that. I have a bicycle. It's a electric raspberry. So it's like a hot pink cruiser. And I've got a picture of me, and I'll try to insert it here. My very first house that I bought when I was 25 years old, and my house payment was $198 a month. And it's like, gosh, why don't I still have that house? Because it was a nice house. Nice, awesome wood floors, solid brick, fully bricked, wonderful neighborhood, you know, it had mature trees. And I sold it. When I moved to Oklahoma City, I sold it. I should have kept it. $198 a month. About once a year, I put my foot in my mouth. It's just it. My parents are still married, which is unusual in this day and age. I think they were married in 1958, so 54 years. Is that right? 54 years. I have what I consider 4 birthdays. The day I was born, July 20th, 1968, the day my mom gave birth to me. The day I dedicated myself to Christ, which was in 1997. The day I was filled with the Holy Spirit, which was in 1998. And the day that I had my stem cell transplant, which was in 2011. So I have 4 birthdays, and then of course your birthday each year. When I was born and up until the time I was about 2, I had red hair, and I'll try to put a picture of that in there too. I took piano and dance lessons from age 5 to age 12. Every week my mom took me to everything that I had to go to. My first job, I was a shoe shine girl. I worked at the shoe repair shop in our hometown, and I shine boots and shoes. And I can replace heels on shoes and fix soles and do all that kind of stuff. I have a trade. Okay, this what grosses me out. Wet hair in the bathtub. Enough of that. Okay. This is, I think, maybe an old Indian's wives' squaw kind of tale or something. I know it comes from my dad's side of the family because my grandmother, my dad's mom, same thing happened to her. Left hand itches, money's coming. Whenever my left hand itches, within less than 5 days, I'll have some form of money come in that I had not expected or anticipated. I like that. Last thing I have one here is I had Sheldon by natural childbirth. That was my intention, and got into the hospital, got to the point, and I said, no, I want the epidural. Too late, honey. And it was natural all the way from there. Natural, natural, natural. But I'm glad at this point it's done and over with, and he is my only child, so I experienced it fully. So those are, that's, I don't know how many that was, but that's what I could come up with. Oh, I did have something else on here. 2 celebrity moments. Or 3 things. One thing that I was supposed to put on here. I saw Elvis in concert. It was when I was 8 years old, and it was like his 3rd to his last concert before he's passed away. We saw him here in Norman, Oklahoma, my whole family. And 2 celebrity experiences. When I was 9 months pregnant with Sheldon, in my hometown, I was going down Oklahoma Avenue, and my car died going down, and it's the busiest street in a small town, and it was busy. It was lunchtime. I'm bigger than big, and my car breaks down, and everybody's just passing me up. Nobody's stopping to help me. And finally, a gentleman in a great big huge, I think if I remember right, it was red, it could have been white, truck. It was like a great big huge Ford truck, dual wheels and everything. He pulled over, knocked on my window, and he went to help me, and I looked at him, and it was Chuck Norris. And he told me how to get my car, what to do, and he pushed me off and got me off into a parking lot and saved my day. So little Sheldon in my belly and I were saved by Chuck Norris. True story. Chuck, if you're out there and you hear this and you say that wasn't me, let me know. But it was Chuck Norris. And which it's very, very viable because he is from Oklahoma. And second celebrity incident was with Sheldon also when we were moving to Hawaii. We had to fly from Oklahoma City to Dallas, and I only had 20 minutes to get from one place to the next in the Dallas airport, and it's like from gate D to gate A, and 20 minutes is not enough. I had a baby bag, a purse, Sheldon carrying him, baby Big Bird carrying baby Big Bird, and off we're running, sprinting to get across to the place. I go around a corner and I run into this guy, and he had a briefcase and his stuff went flying. All my stuff went flying except Sheldon. I kept a hold of him, and the guy's helping me pick up stuff. And I looking at him thinking, he looks familiar. And it was JFK Jr. It was John F. Kennedy Jr. Yeah. And he was late for his airplane too. And he was running. But he helped me. He carried everything. I took Sheldon. He carried everything. And he got me to my plane. He got me and Sheldon to our plane. So that was my 2 celebrity moments. And Sheldon half the time goes, "Mama, I don't believe you." And I said, "You don't have to. I lived it. You were there. You're too young to remember." But those were two awesome moments. So there, that's it. That's it. See you guys in the next video.